Oh man,
What's happening? What's happening?
yo, what up? It's Jay Burner. We live at the Hunnid table. Got a special guest.
Young Dirt, aka Dirty Weather.
Dirty Weather, man. What's up? What you do, man? Where you from?
Man, I'm from Sacramento, California, born and raised. Man, I took a little vacation, early in life. I've been home since I was like 33. And then I went back in, as a lot of people know. I made another mistake, but it was a mistake that, I don't feel bad about at all. Because if you ain't gonna protect your own, then what type of person is you? But I've been out about 13 months, and I just been traveling.
13 months, dang. So you fresh off your vacation.
Still.
Damn.
I just been traveling the country, I started.
Nah, it's all good. It's all good. Yeah. My bad.
Just I started from Atlanta, going to California yesterday. Pull up on Burner and put up on them in Oklahoma. They be saying dirty don't get around shit. Dirty weather get around.
Bro be everywhere,
True story.
man. Bro is just in Arkansas. Bro be everywhere,
Arkansas.
man. So,
hey, people in Arkansas is nice. I don't know if you know, but
I got some homies in Arkansas.
Man, them people is nice. They help a motherfucker. If you need help, they come together to help you. Hey, look. Man, I was in I don't know what part of Arkansas, but man, these people pulled up. They had plates, hindquarter plates with pulled pork and everything.
God damn.
For free.
Damn,
for free.
Pull
up, non-profit. I was driving by. I was like, hey, they say it's for free. Hold on, let me go back. And then they had a menu, what you want?
You get for free?
What you want?
Damn, all for the free.
I started rubbing my stomach, let me get a little bit of that.
Bro, so you started rubbing my stomach, man. So, man, he on the YouTube too, man. I first seen him off Big Hurt channel. Shout out to Big Hurt. I got the wig splitter shirt.
Yeah, I was looking at your shirt like, man, wear my shirt. Cause I ain't gonna wear the cheek buster shirt. But I sport the wig splitter though.
Hell yeah, I had to cop the wig splitter, man. He was on Big Hurt channel. How you connect with Big Hurt, man?
So
y'all both from Sac though, I know that.
Yeah. So I was down in Florida, and I got a partner that when I was locked up in Sanford, named One Chico. Check him out. He go hard. But
rapper?
He a rapper from Florida. One Chico, not the one that got killed, because there was one out there that got killed, but this was One Chico, spelled different. But we ended up clicking. So then I was seeing his music. I'm like, let me go pay you a visit again, because I had already got out. Yeah. And he had just got out. And he was like, hey, man, this dude? And he showed me a video of Nate. I was like, damn, he from my hood. That's the homie. I'm like, if he's really about it like that, I can run his place. And I ran his place, and they came back good. Just like I can run
what that mean?
Running plates?
Yeah. I know what it means.
That mean when you run somebody's place, that mean check his background. Because my hood, the way it is, my hood is like a family. So if I don't know you, I'm gonna know your folks, or I'm gonna know somebody that know your background. And in prison, once he asks somebody about me, they gonna tell him all type of stories, crazy ass shit I did, because me and Nate pretty much grew up in that thing. So when I seen he was doing numbers, I was like, oh. I'm like, let me get in contact with Herc and let him know, man, I did this much time. I got this type of reputation and this type of background, because I was seeing some Fugazis on there. I ain't gonna say no names, but I was seeing some Fugazis on there and was like, hell no, I'm the real.
Cali?
Yeah. So I'm like, you know what? Let me get on that thing, because if you're gonna get on there and you're gonna tell stories, let it be about you, or let it be accurate. So that kind of I ain't gonna lie, that kind of like burned something inside of me, to where I was like, you know what, let me reach out to Big Herc. And he responded. And we met up in Sacramento at a park. He had this, I think it was a Chevelle. You ever seen it?
Old school. That nigga do be having old school.
Yes. Man, I heard him coming from see where that McDonald's sign is over there? Yeah. If he was driving by, you can hear that motherfucker. Yeah. You can hear that motherfucker, but he pulled up. I smoked me a couple of blunts too. I was feeling good. Smoked me a couple of blunts, and we sat down and we vibed too. So, other than that, I had already had other shit lined up. I already knew I was about to be on divorce court.
Yeah, hell yeah.
I already knew I was gonna be on that.
How that divorce court, man? Bro was on there. I'm put the picture of the video. But bro was on there, man. How was that?
Man, I ain't gonna lie. Wife, she did that. She put it together. But it was cool. That shit some of that shit is fabricated, but for the most part, it's real stories, like real stories. But what they do is they try to enhance it,
boost it up,
enhance it, and they don't want you to be like, she cheated. They want you to be like, she cheated. To make for the better show. But for most of that shit is real. But we jumped on a plane, went to Atlanta.
That was all expenses paid.
Yeah, they paid for all that. They gave us a fat stack.
I'm about to get on divorce court. Hey.
I need to get on divorce court and divorce this food because I'm getting too big. Y'all see that shit. But they paid us the stack. They paid for the hotel. They paid for the airplane ticket. And it's at a what's the dude, Madeira?
Tyler Perry.
Tyler Perry. It's at Tyler Perry Studios. I ain't gonna lie.
So you can get on divorce.
I was juice pulling into that thing. But yeah, we went in there. And that was my first time on TV. First time. They had me looking sharp in that purple shirt.
Hey, what you get on next? What you get on next after the divorce court joint?
Divorce court, then it was Steve Wilkos. And Steve Wilkos, we got together. Steve Wilkos was filmed in Connecticut. So they flew us
Hartford, Connecticut?
Yep.
Where Maury, that shit be at?
Yeah. Oh, you didn't see the pictures?
Oh, yeah, I seen the pictures. I just know, they all be in Hartford, Connecticut, though.
They all in the same studio.
Okay.
So if you walk into the studio, you see a picture of Steve Wilkos, Maury, and Jerry Springer on the wall. So same dressing room, everything.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah. But that was cool. Hartford was hella cool. It was cold as shit, but it was cool. They flew us.
What they compensate y'all with if you can't? I mean, if you can disclose.
Man, they didn't give us shit. I'm gonna keep it 100. Divorce court cashed out, but Steve Wilkos, hell no, they gave us like a couple of gift certificates for gift cards with like $175 a piece on it. She got one, I got one. Yeah. They gave us some shit for Buffalo Wild Wings, and then some movie passes. They gave us hella food and cigarettes. I'm like, I don't even smoke. But I was like, run them. I know hella people smoke. But it was.
They paid for the flight and room though, didn't they?
They paid for everything. They paid for that. But see, the people that came with us that was on that show, man, they got hella. They went to a whole different hotel with jacuzzis and shit. We got a Holiday Inn Express. I was hella hot.
That's like that's a baby Holiday Inn.
Man, I was hella hot.
Oh man, niggas did y'all dirty as hell, man. So you on the YouTube? What's your YouTube about?
So Dirty Weather 916, man. I be sharing
Dirty Weather 916.
Dirty Weather 916 at YouTube. I be sharing little funny stories about my life. Like, I didn't want to be a stereotypical prison channel like that because I got fans coming from different avenues. Like, I got them coming from Divorce Court and Steve Wilkos, not just people that come from Big Hurt. So I try to mix it up and then mix humor with serious, and then at the same time hope that I could change somebody's life by sharing my experiences.
Hey, shit. What's okay, when you probably already got asked this before, like when you start getting in trouble, like led you to incarceration and shit.
So I got locked up when I was 17.
That's the first thing?
Yeah, I was chasing the music, chasing the rap dream, and they don't say it, but robbery is an addiction. Like when you start robbing,
you get
a lick, you like, oh, that was easy. Bam, and you like, well, shit. Now my money back low again because I didn't spend the money from the lick on some shoes and shit, some Jordans or something.
Robbing other niggas.
Next thing you know, shit, hit another one and another one. And the next thing you know, you become lost in that shit. And then back then, they was trying to make examples out of young niggas in California.
Yeah, so they was giving time.
Hell yeah. I got look, in the Big Hurt video, I spoke on the Pizza Man. You remember that part? I was like, the young homie been down since he was 12 years old for some Pizza Man shit.
Yeah.
Hope you get home. Riri, that's right, boy. That nigga came home about like a month and a half ago after 22 years.
He doing all right, or how
man, I hope he doing all right.
Man,
but
22?
22 years. Look, me and him got locked up at the same time.
Well, you said 22. What you say, like a 16 piece?
17.
17?
17.
God damn, 22 years. That's a long time.
Put it like this. I was already 17. When he came in, he was like 12.
Came in grown man prison?
No, J Unit.
Oh,
J Unit is
juvenile.
maximum security.
Okay.
He came in, and one of the most heartbreaking things I ever seen was like his mom sitting there coming to visit him in tears. And he's like, Mama, look, he's doing push-ups. Like, look, I can do push-ups and stuff. But I looked at him, I'm like, he don't even realize like what he's about to be up against.
Yeah.
And his mom knew. It was all in her face. She was trying to smile, man. Trying to smile.
You in there for a while.
Yeah.
Fuck, man.
So
what part of Sacramento you from?
I'm from Del Paso Heights. Del Paso Heights. That's the
DPH?
north. DPH. That's the north. See that king sign right there? It's a 916 in there somewhere. You know, it's hella old though, but it's a 916 in there somewhere. But see, I'm a different type of DPH nigga because I got loved ones all over Sacramento. Because what happens when you do like stretches in the pen, you start to realize that it's bigger than your hood. And then you have to band together as a city to, you know, go against opposition.
Like Oakland niggas?
Right.
Yeah, okay.
Right.
Yeah.
So you have to come together as one. Like whatever you had on the streets, you got to leave it on the streets. I mean, like Star and Zilla niggas, you probably won't see them like sell together like that. But at the same time, if somebody come from another car, or these white dudes or these Mexicans is tripping, man, you better be.
That's what I was watching Sibo. He had said some shit like that. Like, he'd be, him and Mozzie probably enemies on the street, but if they was in prison, he had to.
If they like, and I said this before, I'm gonna give you an example. The homie Red from Bounty Hunters. I think I spoke on the story about Congo in High Desert.
Yeah.
When the Muslim got killed, the Red, the one that told me that story, he was my cellie in Calipat. And he was like, I told him, I said, if a Crip comes to this yard, because Red was blood from Bounty Hunters, and then it's the blood car, which is, I'm a blood, so I got to be a part of it. Yeah. But when I go to the yard, you know, I kick it with the Bay dudes, because I don't know about 115th and Normandy, but I do know about what the Bay niggas is talking about. So I felt comfortable with them. But if it was a meeting or an issue, then I'd be front and center. But anyhow, I told Red, if a Crip from Sacramento hit this yard and he's representing 916, I got to have his back. I got to have his back. So if that's what Bo said, shit, that's true. If Bo hit the yard right now, he was like, I'm not an NC, because most of the Crips from Sacramento and Stockton and Fresno, they claim NC, which is the Northern Crip card. Okay. And they be busting heads in that thing. Let me clarify it. They be busting heads in that thing. But it's politics, it's paperwork. And if Sacramento Crips don't want to be part of that paperwork, then they function with the Sacramento umbrella. And then that's how it goes.
You was talking about the dude, I think he was rolling with the Bloods, but he kept saying he was neutral or something like that.
Yeah. Oh, you talking about the shower dude?
Yeah, he's like, y'all doing too much.
Yeah. Oh, you talking about the dude that let the homies get jumped? Yeah.
Yeah, he's like, y'all doing too much. I'm out of here. Something like that.
Yeah, man. Yeah, because the thing is, even though Sacramento is majority Bloods, it's still, you know, it still rules. It still rules to follow. Motherfuckers think I ain't no blood that you gotta answer to somebody.
Yeah. So is it in prison, like, do you always have to answer to somebody?
Yeah, you got to, like me, I might have felt like I didn't have to answer to nobody. Like I hit a yard and I figure out who the big homie is, and if he don't outrank me, he not about to tell me what to do. The decisions is gonna at least they'll be mutual. Like we're gonna have to come to some type of agreement. So yeah, but most part, if an OG came that he was older than me, off top, I'm gonna listen to him if his credentials back up what he's saying. So yeah, somebody got to answer to somebody. Every car has a big homie. Even the Christians got to answer to somebody.
I was just about to say that. Like, what have you? So ain't no. I know, because I heard a couple people say in California ain't no like steering clear. Like I just want to come in here and do my own thing. Don't want to bother nobody. Is there stuff like that?
Nah, it's people that do that. It's people that do that. They able to, like certain few, because if you're young, you're gonna have a lot of people trying to make decisions for you. So they're gonna try to steer you here or there or there. But if you like already a grown ass man and you're late 20s, 30s, motherfuckers gonna leave you alone. You don't bang, you're not Christian, you're not Muslim. Yeah, they're gonna leave you alone. As long as but the minute you stray from what you doing, like you come in saying, I'm not nothing, I'm just a man, and the minute you stray, like you get on a basketball court and get the wolfing back and forth and somebody disrespects you and you don't do nothing, then it starts to go bad. One person get at you crazy, another person gonna see that.
Oh, this nigga soft,
and he gonna be like, oh yeah, I got one. Next thing you know, you gonna be on basketball court, motherfucker hit you with an elbow, bam! You gonna be like, what the fuck? What you gonna do? Yeah. What you gonna do? and he gonna bitch you out in front of everybody. So
that's
then,
the worst thing, ain't it?
That's the worst thing, because once you turn bitch, everybody want a piece. Once you turn bitch, everybody want a piece.
Man, craziest shit you done seen in there. Yeah, craziest shit, man.
Man, I seen so much crazy shit. It's kind of hard to say. It's kind of hard to say. But I told a story about one of the craziest shits about that blind nigga getting raped. That was crazy.
What the? I don't know if I watched that.
Yeah.
I ain't. Let me refresh your dad.
Well, when I first hit the yard, I was about 18. I might have been 19.
This is grown man president?
Grown man. This is Salinas Valley.
Okay.
And it's a dude. He's Gary Payton, the basketball player.
Yeah.
Allegedly, this is his cousin, EP.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna say his name, but EP. And he was in there. He was a little dude, played basketball and all this shit. But then Selly was he was hooked up too. He was back then he was BGF, but he in there taking EP's windshields. And I guess ain't nobody saying nothing. And then all of a sudden it comes to the yard. When it comes to the yard, man, they stabbed the shit out the blind nigga. I'm talking about him and his partner that was close to him. Because this is politics.
Yeah.
Man, they all came together. It's like they all put a hole in him. Like some old, remember when they killed Caesar? Yeah. Everybody wanted a piece of him.
Yeah.
Man, and that was in my face.
They stabbed the blind dude?
Man, they stabbed the shit out the blind nigga. EP, what ended up happening with him is that shit. He lost all face credibility, so he called himself whooping on the police. The police went in there in his cell and gave his ass a fair one.
Yeah, whooped his ass.
Whooped his ass. After that, you can't be here no more.
Hell yeah.
You cannot be here no more. But man, I seen so much crazy shit in 17 years in prison. Like you would have to literally like narrow it down. Like what's the craziest stabbing or what's the craziest situation you didn't see?
Hell yeah. So what about goddamn niggas on paperwork, man? Cause I got this theory like niggas always say snitches get stitches in prison, but I think shit don't happen to snitches, man. Like I don't know, man.
Man, you want the real?
Yeah. Hell yeah.
Man, this niggas walking on yards that been telling for years, and nowadays in the prison system in California, niggas be wanting to go home. Back in the days, there was no shortage of niggas. I was one of them niggas like, as soon as it's an issue on the yard, I got my hand up, let's go. Or sometimes I ain't even got my hand up, I'm just gonna go. But there nowadays, niggas be like,
I'm ready to go home to my kids.
Yeah, I'm trying to get home, man. I've been in here all this time, man. Fuck that nigga.
Yeah.
I'm gonna give you an example. And this is funny. This is some funny shit. And I ain't never told this story either.
Oh man, exclusive.
All right, so it was a dude on the yard, right?
Yeah.
He was in a cell with a Bay nigga that was cool as fuck with all the sack niggas.
Yeah.
So he ain't tell us that this Celly was in there doing some weird ass shit, like at the door with the sheet drawn, jacking off while he in the cell.
What the fuck?
He ain't. So what happened is the police came by while he was doing that shit. He was like he came by, he was counting these looks. He said, "For real?" So when he stepped out the cell, he told the Bay nigga, next thing you know that we hear the alarm, and he in there whooping his ass.
So nigga jacking off at the door while the Bay nigga
while he in the back of the cell, he thinking he over there taking a shit.
Yeah.
But he really over there playing with his weenie.
Yeah.
So then when it comes to the yard, I was mad. I was mad because I felt like a Bay nigga had to put his hands on a Sacramento nigga, and that ain't right because the Bay nigga had so much respect coming from me because headbusters respect other headbusters, and he was older than me. He was a dude that had been down since like '88. Yeah. And this is like 2000 or something. Yeah. So he got mad
for a long time.
Yeah. So he got mad respect for me. But so the fact that he had to, come out of retirement and put hands on the weirdo, I felt like that would have been mine. That was my job. Yeah. So then come to find out, this nigga was locked up for killing his kids. He burnt his kids up, right?
The Bay nigga?
No. The Sacramento nigga that the Bay nigga beat up.
Yeah.
He burnt his kids up. Off top, that's a violation.
Oh yeah, messing with kids, yes.
Man, them babies didn't do nothing to that nigga.
Yeah.
They didn't deserve to die because he was mad at the baby mama.
Yeah.
They didn't deserve that. So what happened is one of the homies, CJ, his name's CJ. Man, CJ knew. He knew what he was in there for, but he was kind of cool with him and didn't say nothing. So when I found out about it, I'm like, CJ I'm like, CJ gotta go. Yeah. He gotta go. Yeah. So I'm walking around the yard. I'm campaigning because I know my politics, man. I know what's right and what's wrong. So I'm walking around the yard to all the other homies, letting them know CJ gotta go. Fuck that shit. He gotta go. Yeah. So then, man, CJ walk in the building, right? He see me powwowing with other homies. We politicking. He walk in the building. Because he told me the story later. Because me and CJ ended up being cool. But CJ said he walked in the building. He was like, shit, they on somebody. Yeah, they about to get somebody. He didn't know it was him, though. Yeah. He didn't know it was him. So the homies know I'm with the shit. I had crutches. Yeah. I had the bottom half of a crutch sharpened at an angle. I called that motherfucker a patey. Patey. So I got patey, right? I'm about to do my thing on CJ, man. But we having a meeting. Yeah. We having a meeting, right? And all of a sudden, out of nowhere, CJ said, I heard motherfuckers talking behind my back, talking about they gonna get me. That's why I learned a lesson about this too. Motherfuckers talking about they gonna get me. Who was it? Who gonna say something? Yeah, motherfuckers talking about they gonna do something, right? And I'm standing there, I'm like, this motherfucker know it's me. This motherfucker know it's me. He think I'm a bitch, I ain't gonna say nothing. I have my jacket in my hand. And remember, CJ is a G. He an older nigga. Yeah. CJ damn near like 35. I'm like 23. Yeah. But I had rank. Yeah. Man, so when he said that, I felt like he was testing me. I grabbed my jacket and threw it down. I said it, motherfucker. I said it. Yeah. So we squaring off. And then at the end of the day, the homies, you know, they said basically I had the right intentions, but the wrong time. Yeah, I proceeded about it wrong. Yeah, because was it in front of everybody? It was in front of everybody. Everything straight? Yeah. So, yeah, it was in front of everybody. That's the thing. Like, with paperwork, it was a dude that had came to the yard named Silk. Yeah. And Silk, he had a lot of respect on the streets. He's resting in peace now. But he had a lot of respect on the streets. And nobody had the paperwork. They all said they seen it, but nobody had it. Yeah. And the way the paperwork thing goes is, if you ain't got paperwork, you have an agreement amongst the whole tribe. And if the whole tribe agrees, then he got to go. Yeah. Regardless, because if it falls back, it's gonna fall back on everybody and not just the person that jumped the gun or something. Yeah. So me and CJ, we going to get Silk. We walking across the yard to go get him. Yeah. Right before we get to him, CJ say, oh no, he with the Muslims. Because Silk was hiding with the Muslims. So anyhow, I gotta change that. I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna tell that story. Not gonna tell that story. I just thought about it.
What you want me to go?
Cut that part.
Cut that. Just tell the whole Silk.
Yeah, we're gonna cut that because Silk ended up dying in a car crash, man. And he was really like out there busting heads. Yeah, so cut. So what happened with him is like, it's kind of sad. And then he had a crime in, and they was supposedly like telling on each other and shit. Oh, man. And I was trying to get his ass. I'm telling you, I was so close to getting him. But I was so close to getting him, I was waiting outside of his building because he used to leave early to go like to chow, so nobody could get to him because he was staying in the building. Yeah. Man, me and my celly was outside waiting for him to come. Yeah. Right when we came off the wall to get him, a lieutenant came out the office and spared him, and next thing you know, shit, he was off the yard. So, I mean, it worked out, man. One love, Silk, man. Sorry that you went out like that, man.
So, alright, this is my last little thing for the conclusion. Alright, niggas be having shanks in there, man. How easy is it to get a...
Hey, look. He asked me, Sergeant of Arms, about knives in prison. Let's just freestyle. We're just gonna freestyle. Toothbrush, heat up the toothbrush, dip the razor, heat up the razor a little bit, dip it in the toothbrush, it's like butter. That's one. CD case, take the CD case, melt that thing, or the tape case. We had tapes back in the days. Melt it, you roll it, take a razor, sharpen the top. You got your knot. We had stingers back in the days. You take that, take the stinger, unravel it, because you know it's like something to heat up your coffee. Yeah. You take that, you melt the plastic part off the back of it, and then you unwound it. I mean, you got about 5 knives. Canned goods, oh my God. Canned goods, you gonna kill a nigga with canned goods. man, it'd be people like, I ain't gonna say who said it, but he was right. It'd be pieces of metal missing, like the
off the hooks and shit.
Off the hooks, like the plug sockets. Yeah. It'd be metal plates, or you get somebody from the kitchen to bring you like a pan lid or a tray. Like the homie just got, well, he ain't the homie, but this dumbass nigga gave a pan to the Mexicans, the Bulldogs.
So a black nigga gave it.
A black nigga gave that nigga a bulldog. I mean, they tried to kill that nigga. But that's because that's a security violation. Yeah. But it's hell, man. I had a wood knife. Yeah. I had a wood knife with a screw through it called Buffy. But I mean, motherfuckers. There was a time when motherfuckers walked around in the pen strapped like they was on the streets. Because I know I did. I had I stayed with something between my yigs. I said, hey. That's how it is. Oh, hey, cause I done been in the cell, right? I done been in the cell with niggas like, nigga, you ready? Yeah, I'm ready. I whip out. What's up? They like, what's up? Let's go. I remember one time the homie, like, when you go from like a level 4 to a level 3, them niggas be horse playing a lot. Yeah. Like they'll be on the yard and playing throwing punches and shit. But niggas that come from like level 4s to them 3s, they like, hell nah. Like we don't do that. Yeah. And here's why. Nigga threw some fake punches at me and shit. I was like, nigga, don't play with me. He was like, nigga, you always serious. I said, nigga, because if they see you swinging on me and they lay the yard down, guess what? And I whip out. He was like, I'm not playing with you no more.
Hell yeah.
Get caught with a knife in prison, that's the extra time. At least a year.
Damn. At least only a year? Niggas don't care about a year.
Shit. When that calendar day come around, that date that you was supposed to go home.
Yeah.
Shit.
I mean, hell yeah. Nah, yeah, okay.
Man, I watched mine go by and I felt like an idiot. And I had over 20 write-ups. Yeah. Like over. I can't wait to get to my storage unit to get my shit, but I kept all of them. My first write-up in prison was attempted murder. That was my first write-up. Yeah. And I was getting away with shit. See, that's the thing. That's why it's hard for me to respect like certain people, because you might have started busting heads, but you bust heads later in the game. You didn't come in like that, putting it on the line. That's why a lot of the older homies got love for me. That's why, even though I'm about to be 40, they still call me Young Dirt, because I was raised by a tribe. I was a young nigga having to find my way, and all the older homies, like, they all put their input in and taught me hella game to make sure I survived. And I ain't got no holes in me. I ain't never been jumped. I might have been DP for being an asshole or something like that, but I ain't never been DP beat up or nothing like that. I might have had to run some laps or do some push-ups or something. Yeah. But other than that, I've been solid all the way through.
Shit, you got anything to say before we conclude? That shit like on 30 minutes. I'm gonna cut that part out if you want me to, though.
We can just look at it. We can look at it and see how it goes. Yeah. But in conclusion, though, Dirty Weather 916 on YouTube. Dirty Weather on IG and on Facebook. I got 2 pages because Kurt Him, that got 5,000 already. So Curtis B National, as you can see, Curtis B National. It's true. And that name is a name that I lived up to. I'm like, you know what, Curtis B National, because that's how I move. I play hopscotch with states.
Really move.
Literally.
Bro be in a different state. I gotta hear bro like, where you at, man? Where you at? Hey, bro, we really moving.
This is how he got me. I just came out of Arkansas. He called me on Messenger. Where you at? I'm like, how you know? Where you know I'm at? He was like, because you was in Arkansas. I'm like, man, well, I'm in your city now.
Yeah, man.
We got together, man. It's a beautiful thing, though, to be able to connect with people that follow me, or I follow them all over the country. So I want to kind of make this a trend where I hook up, because I mean, I know everybody in my city. I'm trying to meet people in other cities, and see how they living, because my city is a blip on the radar. And I hate to say it, but shit, you go certain places and they really, really, really don't know about Sacramento. Yeah. I get mad when they don't know about Mozzie.
Yeah, niggas know about Mozzie out here, man.
Man, but you go further east,
they don't know.
I be like, you know Mozzie? They be like, I ain't never heard of him. I'll be like, well, listen to this. Yeah. Listen to this, because I'll be trying to get people to know where I'm from, because I'm proud of where I'm from. I'm from Sacramento, the capital of California.
Damn.
People in like Florida, they think like LA the capital.
I don't know why.
They think LA
Niggas
the
ain't looked at
capital.
no maps, man.
Yeah, Sacramento the capital, man. But you know,
Cow.
we was held back for a lot of years. Music wise, the music scene, we was held back to where SIBO was like the only one getting like real recognition. But shit, now you got Mozzie. So I know when I go to these other states, man, I wear my city on my shoulder, proudly.
Hell yeah.
Young Dirt.
That's it.